Conflict and chaos have been existent in Iraq for decades, and the country still struggles immensely to find order today. The conflict relating to modern day began in the 90s, when Saddam Hussein was in power. The US, UK, and other nations had suspicions that Hussein was hiding weapons of mass destruction in the late 90s, and both the US and UK invaded Iraq in 2003. Hussein was captured that same year and eventually killed in 2006, but the country needed structure. Multiple different leaders and groups gained power over the next 10 years, but a group known as ISIS, or the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, took control in 2014 after they took control of the capital city, Mosul. About 50,000 troops are fighting to take Mosul back, which would significantly reduce the power of ISIS. However, this could take more than a year, and even if ISIS is run out of Mosul, there will be a new form of chaos in the fight for power once again. The group fighting ISIS is made up of both Sunnis and Shiites, although the two almost never join forces. And even though soldiers of the Islamic State claim to be Sunni, most Muslims deny they are even Islamic because of their violent acts. Some analysts say Mosul could be overrun by government forces as early as the second half of 2017. Aside from the 50,000 troops fighting to take Mosul, US-led coalition airstrikes have significantly weakened the Islamic State, sending over 11,500 airstrikes against ISIS since August of 2014. The US and Iraqi government forces seem to be in a better position, and it seems inevitable that ISIS will at some point fall. If at some point this does happen, and most believe it will with continued airstrikes and Iraqi penetration deeper into Mosul, the next step would be finding a new government that can bring peace and stability to Iraq. The first thing that needs to change is a reduction in the amount of money members of parliament make. Iraqi parliament members are some of the highest paid legislators in the world, and this attracts people for the wrong reasons. Also, the Electoral Commission, or the body that oversees elections, must be given the power to eliminate corrupt candidates. A viable way to do this is to have nations such as the US or the UK oversee elections until Iraq becomes stable. Only the most qualified candidates are running for president, and strong, stable nations are overseeing these elections. The Iraqi people will gain the peace and stability they want, and bring a more or less permanent end to the Islamic State and similar extremist groups.